Hold up. Wait. Could you look at the outfit?
Dawn Cloud, this place holds so many different kinds of memories.
If you look at the
I remember you
outfit
could
of
see
what
the
she
gold
was
weaver
wearing,
sign from
it
here.
looks exactly
All
like
the way down
March
the map.
7th's new outfit. The hair also matches as well.
My eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you...
Seamstress. Tell me, does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device.
Huh.
It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cyphera. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphera?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person, or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cyphera. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be
between her and Naglaya
even worse than
very
everyone else's.
interesting.
You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey.
So Cypher's
But you have to believe
never
that
wanted to
everyone in this world is
disappoint
unique
Naglaya.
in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya, I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful and that everyone is simple and kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cyphera. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
True.
Oh,
And you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself after she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the cleaners.
I see.
Oh.
You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs.
Like they're gonna try to steal it?
We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery.
Buy them time.
I have only one
Dad.
request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cipher.
Yep.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought.
And now with the
Now that
seamstress.
she's gone. And you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight. With the city's defenses in shambles.
Uh-oh.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in.
He's gonna attack.
But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Do you? Please tell me you do.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
Is Cypher gonna die?
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Is Cypher gonna die?
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
See, they're setting this up like Cypher's gonna die while protecting the core flame. Hyacinth.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here
Hyacinth
since
looks
the Black
very
Tide
similar to,
destroyed
like,
the Grove.
Barbara,
And through
Gwyneth,
that,
and
stay
March
away from the
7th, if
memories
they were
that
combined into
might
one
make me
character.
sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the Grove deserves some reminiscence.
Wow. That was a lot that was revealed there. What are we looking at in terms of... Whoa, they are not holding back on the Stellar Jade.
This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can still see that day in my mind.
And that was your last lesson in the Grove. Now, each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice.
Huh.
However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student of Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages.
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't...
Firstly, call me Professor Anaxagoras. Secondly, to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy, and all my teaching activities will be put on hold.
Oh.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be considered lessons?
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction, Finan of Ides Elysiae. I have nothing left to say. Next.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them and guide them toward a solid path. Surely you can't skip such a crucial step, Professor.
He knows he has to because it's part of...
Teaching assistant Miss Hyacinth is truly Professor Anaxa's nemesis.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Fine. Since Hyacinthia insists on this, let's go through the process. Since some of you are so eager to speak, why don't we start with you, Finan of Ides Elysiae? What is your post-graduation aspiration?
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect the people I care about.
I see. So you want to be a hero? How boring. Next.
Man, he dismissed
I
that
didn't
real
say.
quick. Castros is loving this.
Castorus, you've been giggling for quite some time. How about you go next?
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor Anaxagoras, but I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being may find calming peace.
What's his
How
response?
naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale.
He was so arrogant.
This is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. All I get are boring answers. Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Hyacinthia? Share your aspiration with everyone, and let's see if yours stands out.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Blank page? An interesting description. Do explain, Assistant.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. But few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering the commoners endured.
Interesting.
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records.
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, raised her spear against the sky and ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Seliosi's greatness, yet her towering figure overshadowed every record from that entire era. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories by the campfire, I realize the details of those legends have been long lost. And only Seliosi's name remains.
That is very
Her
interesting.
brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's.
Almost like
lording
somebody
over
hid a bunch
everything
of
on the ground.
history.
That's why I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in a golden deluge to baptize the world anew, I want to stay in the backline and save all the ordinary humans from drowning in the rising waves. I wish not to return to the sky, but to walk among the masses on Earth. I believe it's the only way for the saga of creation. To include a footnote for the everyday people in its blank page.
That's actually pretty heartwarming. I get
getting
kind of how
embarrassed remembering
Hyacinth's
how I said all
personality
that.
is. So,
my
looking out for
beliefs
the
have
people
never
who maybe
changed. Now I really have
are
a
less
chance to stay
fortunate,
behind
who
the
are
hero's
the
front line
like
and
heroes
realize
of the
my
battles,
dream.
that's very cool. That's actually an interesting...
Denny, what are you doing here?
Danny?
You guessed it. To reach Aquila's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony, summon the spirits of our ancestors, and get their blessings. That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the rainbow bridge to the sky. And the soul of the first ancestor I want to see is here in the grove.
Ah. Wait, ancestor. She has an ancestor from the grove? That's interesting.
Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. You will protect me, won't you?
I find it interesting that she has a little unicorn as a pet.
Well, what brings you here, Danny?
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of stuff to put in the data bank.
If all goes as planned, you and Gray will be able to go home after this mission, won't you?
Yeah.
Oh? Could it be that you too have some kind of hidden powers to make prophecies now?
But is Lycus really considered part of the Council of Elders?
Nope. I didn't understand that either, little Ika. Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny? That's the dependable express guard for you. So, shall we get going?
Interesting. Alright. So we just found out some interesting stuff about history in the grove. Ooh, nymph. Give me. Give me. I didn't see that first when I was first here, but... well, I did. Alright. I'm gonna real quickly see if I can get this one out of the way. Ooh. No! Oh, he moved like last second. Okay. Come on! Seriously. How am I supposed to do this? I don't know. up with that. I'm not even gonna worry about that. Search for the ancestral ghost. Okay.
The chromocopter is vibrating. There must be
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
This is the divine object of the Sky People, the chromocopter.
The chromocopter.
Our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Skyfolk is ready to challenge Aquila again, they must first awaken the spirits of their ancestors with the chromocopter and receive their benediction.
Interesting.
Only after this can the chosen Skyfolk reascend to the heavens. Very prudent, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them. I am Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard, a descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
So what does that do? Ah.
Who has awakened me?
I see now.
It's I, Hyacinthia, a descendant of the Sky People. I apologize for interrupting your slumber. You are Lord Crispus, aren't you? I've read your story in our family tree. You were a righteous judge who vindicated many who were wrongfully accused.
I never imagined someone in this era would still remember my name. So, our bloodline and duty have continued to this distant age.
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you in the hope of receiving your blessing. For the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion, and retrieving the core flame of Aquila is the final challenge the heroes will face.
So, she has to
Perfect conclusion.
She has to receive blessing in order to ascend to the sky.
Hyacinthia, you look very young, and you do not have the bearings of a warrior who can contend with a titan. How can you convince me that this blessing will not turn into a curse, leading a child like you to your demise?
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, who conquered the skies, left behind legends and a will, entrusting the mission to return the Sky Titan's core flame to her descendants, to people like you and me. Though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood for 1,000 years.
Even
And
though...
I am not fighting alone.
So,
I
unlike
have the strongest and most tenacious
Finan,
companions in the world.
she may not be ready,
Amphorius is in an
but
era
she's
brimming
stepping
with
up
heroes.
like she is ready.
The burden of retrieving Aquila's
Interesting.
core flame no longer rests solely on the shoulders of the chosen Skyfolk. I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the wounds of the people. I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms, to conclude the vigil that has spanned millennia.
Interesting.
I sense resilience in your words. Not an outward resilience, but something deeper within. Receive my blessings, young Hyacinthia. May you gain wings to return to the sky via the bridge of rainbows.
How many blessings does she need in order
Thank
to...
you for your trust, Lord Crispus. We won't let you down. Thank you. My ancestors were all pretty strong-willed people. It won't be easy convincing them. I've run through these upcoming conversations in my head more times than I can count.
That's pretty... yeah.
Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is said to rest in the vortex of Genesis. Pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Shall we head back to Akama together, Danny?
Could her... Ooh, so... Whoa, hey, what?
Oh, I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so like you, Danny.
That's interesting. Sorry, I had to untangle my headphones.
That makes sense. Bagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths. Since you're offering, then let me put your skills to the test, Danny.
Interesting. So, even though he's a Vidaradra, the
Got it.
dragon people from
I'm counting on you, Danny.
Kulafu. It's such a hard word to say. And we are now in the vortex of Genesis.
Unbelievable. Danny is full of surprises.
Wow.
But this does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Treepy here too? And who is that next to her?
Cypher.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Do you have to go already, Syphy? It's been ages since you were last in Akama. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have caught up.
That's alright, big sister Treeby. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off.
Interesting.
Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphy. He's still so young, yet he's shouldering all the responsibilities Aggie left behind. Besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came to you, it means you're the best person for the job.
Aw, that's sweet.
You really spoil him, big sis Treeby.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Syphy.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. It reminds me of Aglaia in her prime. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, Big Sis Traby, before I go, got a little gift for you.
Well, didn't expect you to be so thoughtful. What's in it?
That's a part of the game too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait until nightfall.
But it...
A gift with a mysterious twist? Seriously?
But...
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treby.
It never...
And this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Pleased
They're
to meet
setting
you.
it up so Cypher dies.
Bright and cheery as a lamp.
Wait
Well,
till
hello there,
nightfall,
pink
that
child.
could be more
I'm
of a hint
Cyphera
that
from the
she's
long-fallen
gonna
city-state
die.
of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here.
Bruh.
So, you're from the Twilight Courtyard. Does that mean...
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People, the Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be, I don't know, taller, stronger.
Don't judge a book by
underestimate
its
her.
cover, Syphe. Zinni is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius.
Yeah, don't underestimate her.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Sky Folk.
All this talk about missions, you're making it sound way too serious. You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquila's claws.
Aww. Cypher really does have a
Syphe
soft
cracking
side.
jokes. Looks like you haven't forgotten what Aggie said all those years ago.
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so I'll get going. Good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Coin of Whimsy's ability, and yeah.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry.
She always has been.
Don't worry. She's always been like that. It's good to have her back in Akama lending a hand. Oh, well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission, aren't you, Zinni? It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Syphe's gift away somewhere safe. The Vortex of Genesis is all yours.
Alright.
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Is she about to talk to...
Child, what brings you before me? Could it be you're a descendant of the Sky People?
Yes, I am Hyacinthia of the Twilight Courtyard, the successor of the Sky People's flame chase duty. You must be Gem Electra. Legend has it that during the Chrysos War, you led our people to ally with Akama and held back the Kremnoan forces. It was your victory that earned the Sky People a place in the Holy City.
Hyacinthia, you seem well versed in our clan's history.
So that's not...
And this is the Vortex of Genesis?
Why is she there?
It is. Look, 10 stars have already been lit. The Chrysos heir's flame-chased journey is nearing its end.
Something
Are
major
those
is
the
gonna
core
happen.
flames of Fagusa and Giorios? Does that mean Hycelans and the Mountain Dwellers successfully carried out their duty? As fellow pillars of Amphorius, who would have thought that Sky's duty
That's
could only be
such
fulfilled
a
after
cool
1,000 years?
thing in the back. This thing right here.
It's because Sky shelters all beneath it. If it were to shatter, the world would fall apart with it. That's why Lady Aglaia made the core flame of Aquila the final step in our campaign.
Aglaia? Is she still on the flame-chased journey after
Well,
1,000
see
years?
about that.
Unfortunately, she has recently left us. But you're right.
Way
She
to
was
bring
indeed
up
still
something
guiding the Chrysos
sad.
heirs forward.
Incredible. That girl actually managed to endure the merciless erosion of time. And lasted for so long.
Yeah, I think they said 1,000 years she had
Answer
been
me,
around.
Hyacinthia. Since you recognize me, you must have also read my writings, no?
Every record regarding my lineage is etched in my memory, including your words.
In that case, you're probably aware of the prophecy I sought from a certain Trebios.
Yes. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Sky Folk will mend dusk and dawn. But unfortunately, no ancestor has ever been able to truly decipher its meaning.
I see. Yet, Trebios' prophecies never fail. Perhaps you'll be the one to witness its fulfillment, child. May the prophecy lead you to a gentle fate.
So does that mean we have your blessing?
Thank you, Lady Ectra. Whatever fate the prophecy holds, I'll face it head on. It's only by giving everything we have that we can truly accept any outcome with a smile. Won't you agree?
I like you, child. I wish this conversation could go on a little longer. Take my blessing, Hyacinthia. When I first saw you, I indeed had my doubts. But your resolve has touched me. If Sky's divinity is fated to pass on, I hope it incorporates your optimism and kindness.
Your blessing is a treasure beyond measure, General. Rest well. I'll make sure your gift is put to its best use. General Ectra is so different from how the records described her. She's quite a gentle person. All right, time to head back to the Grove. I shouldn't keep Danny and little Ika waiting.
So she only needed 2 blessings? Interesting.
It went great. Your spirit water art was a huge help, Danny.
Or maybe she needed 3. I don't know. Hyacin recounts her conversation with General Ectra to Dan Hong.
What's wrong, Danny?
Yeah. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Skyfolk will mend dusk and dawn.
You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny? Lady Trinan deciphers countless prophecies every day, and this one's just another among many. Don't worry too much about it.
So...
Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy. We're gonna have to take a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors.
Where are we headed?
Our final stop is Lord Mighty's home, Castrum Kremnos.
What? Huh?
We're here. This is it.
For...
Lord Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. I'm worried about him. That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black Tide's madness yet. We're here to complete an important mission. We shouldn't interfere with this battlefield. Don't you agree, Danny? There. That sleeping spirit is my grandmother.
Interesting.
Yes, my grandmother Jacintha was a warrior. She represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Festival. She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. She was just one step away from securing a peace treaty for the Skyfolk, but was ultimately defeated by the champion warrior of that time.
That makes sense.
I've never looked too deeply into the details of such ritualistic violence.
So she's probably gonna be the hardest
scroll
one
simply
to
described
convince.
it as a glorious duel. But behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home. This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish. Her death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war.
So we're gonna have to...
It was Lord Crataros.
Oh...
Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out.
So,
I
Lord
can't put what I
Crataros
felt at that
killed
moment
her
into
grandmother.
words. But when I heard Lord Crataros took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trianne, all those tangled feelings faded away.
Interesting.
To quote Lord Finan, Crataros must have done that to become a better man.
That's an interesting little piece of history.
You're getting better at this, Danny. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when the moment of destiny comes, a descendant of the Sky People would deliver the message of their departure to her spirit. I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter.
I don't know.
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Is this the world of the living? Wait. You. Could you be?
Grandmother? It's me. Your Hyacinthia.
Hyacinthia, my little hummingbird. Why? How? Why is it you who awakened me? I have never imagined this. I thought I would feel happy for all my ancestors when this day came, but now I can't even experience the joy of seeing you again.
So she has.
Do you remember that you and Father took me to my very first sky rite when I was 8? Back then, you wanted me to pick one accessory out of 4. The sun crown representing nobility, the storm bracelet symbolizing strength, the ice ring embodying wisdom, and the radiant pendant signifying kindness.
She chose the bracelet, right?
Grandmother, do you remember the one I chose?
You spoke an innocent little prayer, infusing a faint bit of light to that modest pendant.
Oh, she chose the pendant.
Yes, and I remember how surprised you were. In all those centuries, no other child of the Sky People had ever made the same choice I did.
Cynthia, there was a time when I thought you were a timid child. You never had much interest in swords or battle and had no relation to that fiery determination and strength in our blood. Yet I've told myself, that's not a bad thing. If my hummingbird could live her life in kindness and optimism, then it'd be a good thing. I never thought the burden of retrieving the core flame of Aquila would fall to you.
Don't worry about me, Grandmother. I believe what makes someone a Skyfolk isn't just outstanding strength, but the capacity to shape the world. When the world cried out for a hero to challenge the gods 1,000 years ago, Zeliosi stepped forward and began the flame-chasing era. And now, as the flame chase journey nears its end, this broken world is crying out for something else. Healing. Isn't it poetic? A saga that spans 1,000 years, began with Sky, and will also end with Sky.
It is very poetic. Very.
You're still as optimistic as ever, just like when you were a kid. If your mind is set, Hyacinthia, then carry your resolve through to the very end. Return to the sky with my blessing.
Oh wow, that didn't take long to...
Threshold of salvation.
It actually did not take long to get her blessing.
Grandmother, thank you. But I have one last request.
Speak, Hyacinthia. We should still have some time.
Before you go, could you tell me the tale of the Sky Hero once more? Just like you used to.
Aww.
Then listen closely, my dearest hummingbird. After all, this will be the last time. For millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay. Until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of deliverance. Aquila, the celestial shaper, the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder.
So cool.
Those struck blind in 99 eyes by Nicanor,
Oh,
they kept
Dusk
one
and
eye
Dawn.
glaring
That
at the
just
children of
clicked in my
Twilight
head.
who received divine blessing, yet turned their weapons against the gods.
That's
The
crazy.
Chrysos, heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk, clad in wings. To her left was the lion-headed Solibus the Sunlit Wings, whose
That one.
wars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the moonlit plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heavens.
This must have been flipped around on me, because
challenged the ruler of the sky.
That's on my right, that's on my left.
The divine core flame through plunder.
He got that wrong.
The Titans' every roar summoned lightning bolts, and their every movement stirred cyclones. The wounded Titan's blood poured down like boiling rain upon the world and converged into scalding torrents.
Damn.
In the final moments of battle, the sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the moonlit plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear and pierced the last monstrous eye. The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the sky tore apart like fabric, about to fall with its god. The fear and pleas of mortals urged the hero of the sky to rise again. Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila with her two fearless winged companions. She merged with the Titan, holding up the sky once more, only to leave behind a powerful message for the world. My descendants will be blessed and cross the Rainbow Bridge back to the sky. At the end of the prophecy of Genesis, they will reclaim the core flame from my hands.
There's a big chance, though, that it's gonna take a bit more than what people are thinking. Because from what I saw, at least from the teaser, it looks as though...
Today's the day.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos heirs?
I believe so.
There's Finan. Let's go talk to him.
Alright, let's do it. This has been really... interesting.
I know this is a big ask, Namazumi. I hope you understand.
Please don't say that, Lord Finan. It's an honor for us to be entrusted with this task.
Go then. Let's hope our concerns don't come true.
I hope you all return safely, my lord.
Yikes. So, Cypher's gonna try to hold off the Flame Reaver.
There you are, partner.
This could end really bad.
You didn't oversleep this time, did you?
You like calling me that, don't you? Well, I've embraced it now. It doesn't even faze me anymore.
Ready, comrade? If all goes according to plan, this could be the last battle where we fight at each other's side. If the curse separating Amphorius from the world beyond the sky is truly Aquila's doing, then you'll be able to return home after their fall. Really? That's the first time I've heard that.
He just makes things up. Don't take it too seriously.
Sorry, I'm no help there.
Don't worry. Dan Heng mentioned that Counselor Lygus can help you with that.
Could the prophecy of Genesis be connected to why this stuff has been happening to March 7th? But Cyrene looks very similar to March 7th.
You sound a little insincere there, buddy.
That was totally insincere, partner.
That would be a problem. We'll need to get you home before Aranova. Let's leave the emotional goodbyes for later. That'll give us some time to figure out what we should be feeling at that time. Besides, when we were playing the Seal Slammers, that bumping seal game, didn't you teach me something back then? Crack the champagne at halftime to watch victory slip away.
Nice.
Well, then I have to use something else Don Hung taught me as comeback. The last mile is the hardest.
Hey, speaking of Dunhung, where is he?
He arrived before everyone else and climbed to the cliff top to wait for us. He's probably not keen on being the center of attention.
Lord Finan, please make sure you all come back safely.
Please defeat the indifferent Eye of Twilight and restore compassionate sky to Enforius.
Thank you all for your blessings. Rest assured, we're
I really
fully
want to see him
prepared.
use that sword.
But I'm not the main attraction today. Please don't hesitate to cheer for Miss Hyacinth when she arrives.
Miss Hyacinth, the chosen daughter of the sky, the pride of the Twilight Courtyard.
She's not just the pride of Akama, but all of Amphorius as well. And furthermore, while the Flame Chase journey is led by the Chrysos heirs, it's not just those chosen by Aglaya who contributed to it. Let's extend our gratitude to the 2 warriors of the Outlands who
I would
bravely
love
stepped
to
up
know-
and risked their lives for those they've never met.
Hero, your saga will be chronicled in epics and celebrated across the New World.
I'd love to know how the Flame Reaver
Warrior from the
escaped
Outlands,
the Sentry
endowed
Gate.
with the might of Orynyx, the vanguard of deliverance.
Can he travel through time? I don't know.
After all this time, you should know when I'm just being polite and when I'm genuinely speaking from the heart.
True.
That praise was heartfelt, partner. Had I not trusted my instincts and put my faith in you and Don Hung, it's hard to imagine what might have become of Ak. The guest of honor has arrived.
Ooh, that could have gotten real sentimental for a sec. There she is. There's
People of
Hyacinth.
Akama, I've been blessed by the ancestors of the Sky People. They have agreed to bestow the 1,000-year mission to me and to have me claim the core flame of Aquila. Today is the year 4932 of the Light Calendar. 1,062 years since the hero Seliosi initiated the Flame Chase journey.
It's actually not as
Hyacinthia of the
long
Sky People,
as
am
some of
prepared
the
to
other
lead the children of
Trailblaze
humanity
missions.
back to the sky.
History doesn't breathe evenly. At times, it suspends its breath
last
for
one
millennia
ended
as
really
though time
well.
is frozen.
But it
At other
dragged
times,
on
it
a bit
pants
more than I
rapidly
would
as
have
if
liked.
poised to topple the world and our civilization in an instant. Its hurried gasps have sparked a tempest, sweeping all of us along. Hyacinth, as an observer, you've witnessed the return of 4 core flames.
That's true.
And now, it's your turn to fulfill your duty. Please, guide us into the heart of the storm as the executioner of this mission.
Here we go. Head to the Fortress of Dome, Eye of Twilight, and continue your adventure. I honestly was thinking about ending it here, but we are so close to the end. We're just gonna keep going.
Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
It is so close. Running by Berlune, run! That's so much easier to climb than when I was originally doing it. The area behind me is also really cool. Here we go. My hope is that there's no
Thanks for waiting,
area
Dunham.
that I need to go
The team
through.
tasked with conquering Aquila has finally assembled.
We have, really. It's been crazy. You know, we'll go home as soon as this battle finishes. Such a trailblazing expedition about to end perfectly. Yeah, that.
So full of energy, comrades. Seems I chose the perfect day.
Let's go!
It's all yours now.
Legend tells of the Sky Folk once divided into many tribes. The Sun Folk worshipped the sun. The Rain Folk were devoted to storms. And the Winter Folk waited for signs in the snow. Our ancestors lived under Aquila's light. Yet they were blinded to all but one color. They forgot that the light that illuminates the world is made of countless different colors. That's why the rainbow is my favorite, for not only does it reflect the many colors, it is also a bridge. And I want to use the Rainbow Bridge to link everyone's hearts and give hope to every soul on Earth. Ancestors, with the rainbow as your guide, lead me back to the home of the Sky Folk, a land we have not seen for 1,000 years.
This should be
Oh, Rainbow Bridge, please guide us to ascend to the skies once more.
Whoa!
Friends, let us soar together.
Wow! Now that's a way that you open up an entrance. Okay.
Flying along the Rainbow Bridge is truly an amazing experience.
That's so cool.
The Eye of Twilight. It's the legendary sky fortress of Aquila. I never imagined that one day I'd be able to step foot on it.
That's so cool.
My ancestors once built a magnificent civilization among the heavens. The Eye of Twilight, which we are standing on, is the home of Aquila and the heart of the city-state in the clouds. This
What
must
does
be
the
where the
city
hero
look like?
Seleuce stood when she challenged Aquila and began the first step of the flame chase journey.
Ah.
We are here to end the journey she began. Yes, what we must do will not change, no matter how much of the legends are true.
According to historical records, the civilization that worshipped Aquila once mastered advanced technology, which made their strategically located Sky Castrum the only force that could face Castrum Kremnos head-on in the Chrysos War. But they were divided
Interesting.
within. The frequent wars started by the Chrysos heirs drained their power,
especially after the prophecy descended. In the end, they had to hide among the clouds, far from the conflicts raging below.
Apparently, the division was between the two most important sky tribes, the Sun Folk and the Rain Folk.
Ah, okay.
And Celiosi's frustration towards the endless strife among her people made her turn her spear towards the Titan above. After driving the enraged Titan to the brink of defeat with her two winged companions, they all vanished somewhere in the sky. Her courage was unparalleled.
Interesting.
Yet she still could not end Aquila, nor bring back the core flame of Sky. Some say she sealed the wrath of the god within herself, trapping them deep within the Eye of Twilight to support the heavens of Amphorius forever.
In other words, she became one with the Titan. I would have considered it a fairy tale, but after seeing what happened with Professor Anaxa, not anymore.
Interesting.
Has that Titan and that fused hero been looking down on the world from here for 1,000 years?
That's not too crazy to believe, considering, again, like you said, with Professor Anaxa, that happened. Well, we do have a... Ooh, chest, give me. This looks insane. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Oh.
All remains
Shit.
as it did yesterday.
Didn't mean to do that. What I was trying to do was click on this little bird. This little thing. But look at that. That looks so sick.
It's been so long. Maybe the Eye of Twilight has already turned into ruins.
I don't know what 3.4 is gonna have. Whoa.
Something's not right.
Yeah,
I can
no
kind of
kidding.
feel how big and empty this place is. But all I can see is darkness.
What the heck?
Maybe it's the Celestial Mural. The Sky City believes that mural to be connected to Amphorius' sky, and any weather condition depicted on it will become actual weather. The mural would reflect Aquila's shifting mood, like clear skies, fog, snow, or thunderstorms. The Sky Priests would gather here during peaceful times
almost like
and
a
pray to the
weather
god
machine.
for warm breezes and good harvests. To put it in words that Gray and Danny would understand, just think of it as a massive screen. In any case, exploring in the dark is never a good option. If we could light up the mural, it might just provide us with the light needed to move forward. That really conspicuous device might be
I see
part
the little
of the ritual.
glitching lines. I immediately
Let's
think
go
of
take a look.
something connected to
It's
a TV.
dark, so watch your feet.
That's insane. It kind of makes me think of the False Sky in Genshin. That's crazy. That's so cool, though. I'm gonna go down here real quick, though. Get that. And that. Ooh, new bug. Give me. Sunshine bug. Okay. That is interesting, though. Ooh. Eye of Twilight Aquila, gathering storms as wings, hang 1,000 stars as eyes. I beseech you, rend apart the abyss of chaos, that the yielding may stand, the eagles soar beyond the clouds. Okay. Ooh, there is a chest over here. The thing we're hoping doesn't happen is that the Flame Reaver shows up. It's very
I have
unique.
no idea how to turn it on. If only we had help from the wisdom of those who came before us. That's it. I almost forgot. Gray, Memi, can I borrow your powers?
Got it! We just need to find the scattered memory nearby, right? That's simple. Give me a little time. Feel the flow of time. Over there. And over there. Done! There haven't been many people for a while, so the traces of time are super obvious.
I knew you could do it, Memi. You are a huge help.
Who are those people? Okay. Past
Arrogant
rainfolk.
Sunfolk. The Titan will condemn your brazen disrespect. But Aquila, you that shape the sky, why do you avoid the pursuit of dark clouds? Are not clear skies and stormy rains equally your creations?
Interesting.
The Sunborn see your behavior as an act of favoritism towards them, and weaponize this reason to oppress my people. The Rainfolk will not suffer in silence. Oh God, if you remain silent, we shall have to forge our own weapons and resist the malice concealed under your brilliance. May the Eye of Twilight never open, and may torrid rains descend forever.
Avoid the pursuit of dark clouds. Aquila doesn't like rainstorms. It seems a little hard to believe, but we should write this clue down first.
Doesn't like rainstorms. Huh. I guess this is a... Yeah. Okay, Sunfolk, Rainfolk. That makes sense.
Foolish Rainfolk. The great Aquila has already left a mark of their manifestation on the golden clouds. The gods' choice is clear. Only we, the Sunborn, are the true heirs of the sky. This war is destined to end in the victory of the Sunfolk.
So they very much
May the Eye of
were
Twilight
against each
never
other
close.
towards the end.
May eternal daylight embrace the land!
Interesting.
Left a mark among the golden clouds. Is this referring to the celestial mural? But we can't see anything right now. It is, as the rumors said. The Sky Castrum was far from united.
Yeah.
My guess was right. This venue is indeed where celestial rituals were performed. Memi, can you retrieve even more memories?
No problem at all. Here goes. There we are.
Somebody directly
Wind,
standing in front of it.
Snow, rain, shine. In the name of the sky's 100 eyes, I bring celestial phenomena upon the world. The turn of dawn and dusk, commanding the celestial globe. Awaken, celestial mural.
Oh, that's the incantation you have to say.
Stop,
okay.
foolish Cloudborn! How dare you tamper with the celestial globe and distort the weather? This is blasphemy!
The Titan bequeathed the celestial globe to our ancestors, so that we could divide the light and dark equally between day and night, so that all things could grow beneath the celestial phenomenon they preferred. But the Sunborn have asserted control over the celestial mural. And now the days are endless, subjecting the land to drought and burning. And you have the gall to accuse the Rainfolk, who you've oppressed.
She's not happy.
The land? It is our eternal nemesis. How can storm clouds and rain, unloved by Aquila, lead the Skyfolk to victory in the Chrysos War? Your character is as weak as your faith. Go seek out a corner untouched by the sun and weep solitary tears in the shadows. Huh. That's all you lot know how to do anyway. Cry in silence.
Jeez.
Then let us show you what we are really made of.
Oh, is she gonna kill him?
You! What are you? What are you trying to do?
Fanatics whose minds have been muddled by the heat. By Aquila above, meet your demise!
Damn. Oh my god. That poor dude.
What a terrifying memory.
Yeah, seriously.
The brutal internal strife is sad to see. It appears the Sky Cities didn't fall to external threats after all.
The proud Sun folk saw themselves as divinely chosen, exacting long-standing oppression on other tribes. And the Rain folk suffering beneath them began resenting the divine and plotted their retaliation.
Yikes. Faith is a double-edged sword, capable of calming hearts and corrupting them. Yep.
No matter
well
the
said,
era,
Don.
conflict among humans is destined to persist. Having witnessed the actions of kindness and the cleaners, it isn't so hard to understand this piece of history. There's nothing but empty silence here. I fear there were no winners.
Hero Celiosi.
Yeah, probably not.
How did she view the ancient feud between the Sun folk and Rain folk? The legends focus on her god-slaying expedition, but are hazy on the fall of the Sky denizens. Perhaps I can piece together the true face of history here.
One step at a time. Do you remember the verse that Rain folk sang, Hyacinth? Perhaps that's the key to unlocking the celestial mural.
Yes, I already memorized it. Now, shall we try to wake it up?
Let's do it.
Wind, snow, rain, shine. In the name of the sky's 100 eyes, I bring celestial phenomena upon the world. The turn of dawn and dusk, commanding the celestial globe. Awaken, celestial mural!
Whoa!
Golden clouds, blazing radiance.
Whoa!
What a breathtaking scene.
I almost guarantee you they got this idea from the secret ancient city in uh-oh.
How chilling. I wonder if Aquila is also watching us.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that.
I remember the Rain folk mentioned the Titan dislikes overcast days. We might be able to use this to our advantage and change how the mark is behaving by changing the weather on the mural.
Don't worry. The mural probably lost its original function ages ago. Alchemist's light comes from the dawn device shouldered by Carefully anyway.
Ah.
That being said, there's no power in this device anymore. We have to find another celestial globe if we want to change the weather on the mural.
I gotcha. Yeah. Aquila does not seem happy with us.
There! That circular device. I'm quite familiar with it. That's a west-winged compass of the Twilight Courtyard. We can use it to create a miniature rainbow bridge to walk on. Who knows? It might even lead us to other areas of the Eye of Twilight.
Interesting.
Technology passed down from the Golden Age is finally proving useful. Let's go. Leave the adjustments and calibrations to me.
Sounds good. Alright. Ooh, the music.
A boiling pool of gold, said to be the energy source.
This is
powers
like
the Eye of
Final
Twilight's
Fight
divinity.
music.
You should watch your step as you walk.
This sounds epic.
The mechanical structure is a bit different from the one used in the Twilight Courtyard. How should I put this? It's a little more complicated.
Mechanical simplification is
Can
the
you
future.
handle it, Hyacinth?
This might take a while, but I think I can manage.
The music sounds epic. Alright. Observe the starting point, finish point, the direction of the arrow on the compass, and the distribution of the red obstacles. Rotate the rings on the compass to reach the finish point without running into obstacles by following the arrow's directions upon leaving the starting point. Westwind compass. The red fan-shaped zone represents obstacles that block the path, and the route cannot pass through them. Be sure to avoid them when connecting the route. Use the select button to choose a specific ring and use the rotate button to turn it. When a route has been connected, a hint will appear on the compass. Tap the confirm route button to finalize your route. After confirming a route on the compass, a mechanism will be triggered. A rainbow path will be added to the map according to a specific state of the compass.
Deep breaths and find a way out.
Okay. Rotate the various rings of the compass to connect the inside to the outside to create a road forward. Oh, wait. Oh!
I think this should be right.
Let's do it! Whoa!
Well done. Now we can cross. Hey, careful!
Is that a winged Pegasus?
Looks like a mythical beast. But this one doesn't seem hostile towards us. Hyacinth! Could it be the legendary?
I'm not entirely sure. We might be able to tell if we get closer.
We can't assume it's friendly. Keep your guard up and follow it.
Let's go!
Legend has it that the hero Celiaxi was always flanked by two winged companions. Solibus and Lunibus.
This looks
They were his
so
thieves
cool.
and comrades.
They really upped their game
If
with
they are
this.
still alive, they might help us confront Aquila.
Keep up your guard, like she said.
It disappeared.
An illusion? Or the memory dissipated?
How strange. That Pegasus was different from the other memories. It was surrounded in an air of sorrow.
Mem can feel
It's so heavy that it's hard to
emotions.
breathe.
Interesting.
Is that Lunibus's phantom? Did it appear here because it has unfinished business?
If that's really the case, there must be a super strong obsession keeping it in one piece. Could it be some remaining bits of Celiosi's will?
We can't be sure of that yet. Let's take the elevator up to the Eye of Twilight's core first.
I can't get over how epic the music sounds. Here we go. Whoa!
Lady Lunabis?
I'm gonna switch over
Is that you?
Acheron.
Can you hear me? I am the descendant of the hero Celiosi.
This is so well done. Oh! Well, might as well just go wah-bah, wah-bah. Don't need to fight you guys. This looks so sick. Get you. Nice. Oh, space anchor. Nice.
That's another one?
Oh!
Careful! It's not a memory phantom! It looks like it's alive, but it's so twisted and very shadowy, like those black tide creatures.
Wait! But that...
Watch out!
So, you're Lady Lunabis, aren't you?
That's so cool!
That corrupted being before us must be Lord Solibus. Did you lead us here so we can free your companion?
That's so cool. I had no clue that we're actually gonna run into them.
You must have been tormented by pain for so long. But you didn't give up. And you've held on to what little is left of your will with such tenacity. Don't be afraid. You're not alone anymore. I am Hyacinthia, the healer who inherited the hero's bloodline. Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, was once your comrade, wasn't she? Lord Solibus, your body has been completely corroded by the black tide. But I can still heal your tenacious soul. Just like Lady Lunabis.
He looks so
even
cool.
If you've lost your mortal body, your spirit remains pure.
I can't help but keep taking screenshots of this stuff.
Keep holding on to what's left of your will, and I will reawaken you as a heroic soul. It must have understood me. It's a creature of wisdom and tenacity, despite being mired in the agony of the black tide.
This is so cool.
Solibus, the sun that wings that once accompanied the hero. If this battle can remind you of your great deeds from back then, it would be my honor. Come on, heroes!
Let's heal him. Due to the presence of Eye of Twilight, all targets on the field will be affected by the weather effects. While in sunny day, the battlefield has the temperature effect. At the start of any target's turn, temperature increases. Allies will take continuous burn DMG based on temperature. DMG dealt by ally targets increase based on temperature. Oh shit!
Please break free from the control of the black tide and return to your senses.
Oh hell!
World cleansing dragon.
Is that all?
This is where it ends.
Ow!
Destined for oblivion. Don't worry, it's just a scream.
In the name of land and will, forged in ice, never falters! Grace.
That actually hurt really badly. I'm just just gonna use this. I don't think it's gonna do a bunch of damage. There's a huge chance that I might need to switch out, but we'll see. Ooh.
Is that all?
Free will, or was it fate?
Oh my god. They are really just taking big old frickin' chunks at me.
It too shall fall.
Receive divinity.
Do not fret. Hope you're prepared.
Okay. Ooh.
In the name of
Hey, can I heal? That'd be great. Thank you.
Never falters. Eternal sleep, the dead return.
Ooh, God.
Awaken
They
the
hit
scales.
hard.
Cleansing dragon.
Another journey begins.
Fuck. They're gonna knock out Acheron. Okay. Nope, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not.
Receive divinity.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
This ends here.
This burn stuff is really... Oh, God.
It cannot come to
No!
I've returned.
No! Oh, I'm fucked.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice.
Fucked.
Never falters.
Yeah, I'm screwed. No. Nope. I need to switch out... Realistically, switching out Imbibed Lune for Castris would be the smart play.
Lord Solobes, please break free from the control of the black tide.
Jesus, that
Return
hurts.
to your senses.
Danger approaches. Root here.
God.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
I shall remember this
Repent.
moment.
Hope you're prepared. In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice. Never falters.
Dude, shit. Oh, nope.
Eternal sleep, the dead return.
As you wish.
Okay.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Damn.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
This ends here.
Receive divinity.
Okay, good. Jesus.
In the name of Landau, a will
God.
forged in ice. Never falters.
These guys suck.
Root here.
Another journey begins. Destined for
If
oblivion.
I can take...
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal sleep, the dead return.
If I can take out him, I'm gonna be so much better off.
Hope you're prepared.
Jeez.
Is that all?
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice. Never falters.
I underestimated you.
Oh my god. No!
It's not time to
Fuck.
say goodbye yet.
This ends here.
I don't know what to do here. Yeah,
In the
he's
name
dead.
of Landa, a will forged in ice never falters.
Fuck, dude. I'm most likely
Hope
dead.
you're prepared.
Yeah.
In the name of Landa, a will forged in ice never
I don't know.
falters.
Dude, these guys suck.
This ends here.
Is there an option to run this on the different setting? Because I'd be all for that. Really? Are you kidding me? How's that fair?
Never falters.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Only so much my shield can resist from that. I'm screwed. Yeah. I'm dead.
I can't.
Fuck, dude. Okay, you know what? I have a better idea. Acheron. Silverwolf. Japard. Bailu. I think this should work better.
Lord Solobes, please break free from the control of the black tide. And return to your senses. Combat needs up. This is double speed.
Because I don't have casters completely built, and I think that's what's fucking me over here.
This is where it ends. Destined for oblivion.
Hope you're prepared.
There we go.
A will forged in ice never falters.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Jeez, dude. They just will not stop.
Again.
I can't let them take out.
Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
I cannot let them take out. Good.
A will forged in ice.
Dude, this is hard. Okay. We're good. Bailu.
Don't worry.
Yes.
It's just a scream. Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Yes.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This ends here.
More enemies.
Yes.
Time for a buzz.
Oh, I can't believe that works so well. More of you? Really? Really? Okay, he's dead.
On the still waters of oblivion.
I can't risk it.
I'll eventually stay with you a little longer.
This is double speed.
No, I meant to hit the other guy.
A will forged in ice. Never falter.
So stupid.
Time what's in your prescription? For this move.
That was so stupid. I meant to go after the other one. You, right there.
Time for a buzz.
Are you fucking kidding me? That didn't take her down?
Free will, or was it fate?
Whatever.
Hope you're prepared.
Come everything you have at this dude.
Time for a buzz.
Yes.
This combat me. This is double speed.
Take him down. Come on, Silverwolf.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice. Never falters.
Jeez, this thing has
I weep for
some
the
tanky health. He's dead. He's dead. God.
It's over.
Man, that was difficult.
Solibus.
Oh, so she speaks.
Solibus, you're finally awake.
My consciousness has been lost for far too long. Finally, I have been released from the Black Tide's cage.
That was such bullshit.
Little girl, are you Celiosi's descendant?
It is me, Lord Solibus. My name is Hyacinthia, and my companions call me Hyacinth.
Hyacinthia, you don't have the scent of her on you.
It's been 1,000 years. Celiosi's blood may have thinned in my veins, but the resolve of the Sky People has never been eroded by time. I've journeyed
God,
here to
that was so
fulfill her dying
difficult.
wish.
How much
If
do
that's
you
how
know
hard the fight
about
against
her
that thing
dying
was,
wish?
I am so curious to know what the final fight is going to be like, because holy hell, that was hard.
She merged herself with the divine body of the Titan.
But I was also taking damage from the other thing,
And
so
I
it
also
kind of
know that she left behind a message,
worked alongside that.
calling on future generations to one day ascend to the heavens again and reclaim the core flame of Aquila.
Has the legend changed so much since your people fell to the earth? Girl, you said you're a doctor. You only know how to heal and tend to wounds with such a weak lot in life. How do you plan to challenge the embodiment of the heavens?
With this longsword, heroic soul. As you can see, we're all Hyacinthia's companions and comrades. You've already witnessed our combined strength.
It's not bad, but still lacking compared to her.
Great! No, that's fucking wonderful.
Solibus, let go of your ego and accept their kindness. You've been
It's like,
trapped
oh,
in
you're
time by
lacking
the
in
Black Tide.
comparison to the
Well,
Sky
great
God.
change
It's
has
like,
spread over the
wonderful. That's
world.
what I
If I'm not
wanted to hear.
mistaken, the god of war, Nikador, also fell to the hands of these warriors.
We've laid all the other titans to rest, one by one. Now the final target for the flame chase is the master of this sky fortress. Please guide us to an audience with Aquila. Heroic souls. Celiosi initiated the era of slaying gods and attaining their flames. Even if she could not witness the end of this era, you will all at least bear witness on her behalf.
This is not gonna be easy.
Confidence and fierceness. Yes, I do indeed see a shadow of her in you.
It might be worth it pulling Hyacinth. Oh, she's not happy.
Aqua's mark flew away?
Maybe they detected our awakening.
Well, perhaps our presence stirred memories of the fierce battle from 1,000 years ago.
We learned from past memories that the
Interesting.
Sky Titan fears dark
Oh,
clouds.
please tell me we're not
Would you
gonna
know
get
more
there
about
and the
this topic?
Flame Reaver is gonna be there. I hope not.
What the memo sprite said
Like
is
he's
true.
set on trying to
But
get
you all
Kathleen
still
core
need a
flame,
guide.
so
Follow me, Hyacinthia and fellow warriors. Let the hunt for the gods start again.
hell yeah. Take him down.
Lady Lunabis not going with us?
I will be waiting for you all.
Yeah. Nice. I didn't even realize that I had done that one.
All at
Alright.
the next destination, Hyacinth.
Let's do this. Ooh. Give me that. And give me that. Can I not get past this? No, I cannot. That is being blocked by that. Alright. Let's go. The music is super epic.
1,000 years have passed, and yet this place feels the same. Just that there is no more human clamor. This is the Hall of the Sun Folk, where the Sunborn once held grand ceremonies to give thanks for Aquila's gifts.
Ah.
Did the Sky Titan really take the side of the Sunfolk?
Everyone thought so until
Be warned, if you do
Seleucus'
play through this,
spear pierced
it's
through Aquila's wrath.
it's long.
Only then did
I've been
we
streaming
understand that
since
Aquila wasn't hiding from the clouds
10:45
of rain,
last night. It's currently
but from the horror
3:36
that
a.m.
lurked within the unlit shadows.
So yeah.
The Black Tide's threat has forced the Chrysos heirs to complete our flame chase journey, heading toward the prophecy's miracle of Genesis.
Chrysos heirs. In our time, that title used to stir up waves of outrage. But you all seem to be revered as heroes.
Yep.
It's all thanks to those who came before us, Trebios and Aglaia. You must have heard of these two names.
So it was those two who made it to the end.
What does that mean?
Let's not elaborate on unrelated topics. You now know how to activate the celestial globe. So go and force out the Titan in the mural.
Alright.
The road got sucked away by the wind fan? Did Aquila do that?
You have nothing to fear. We can use the power of time to rewind it if we have to.
That's true. We can. Wind currents in Eye of Twilight. There are some wind currents in the Eye of Twilight. Platforms that pass through them will be pushed by air currents. Change the direction of the wind by rewinding the nearby device that can control the wind currents, allowing the platforms to move to the other side. After using the shrine to enhance prayers, this rewind process will not have a time limit and remains continuous. While device is rewinding, tap the rewind button again to interrupt the rewinding, reversing the wind current. With this function, stand on the platform. Rewind devices or interrupt their rewinding to change the direction of the wind and move to another location with the platform. Alrighty.
It didn't work. The prayer's power didn't last long enough. And we couldn't get the fans to keep turning in the other direction. Maybe that...
That's kind of what I was thinking. We might need
it
this.
looks like this device can amplify the power of Orynyx's prayer. Why don't you try to change the wind's direction with this thing, partner? Now the prayer should rewind for even longer. Let's try to control the wind's direction with this thing, partner.
I'm gonna let it run back out. So I can grab this. And now back over. And then grab that.
The celestial globe is right ahead.
And up here.
Let's go and force Aquila to come out.
That's locked, so I can't do that. The shrine has been activated. You can enhance. Okay.
The turn of dawn and dusk, commanding the celestial globe, change celestial mural. The celestial shift didn't work?
Over there? Is that where we need to go?
These circuits all seem to be corroded by the black tide. Here's hoping those 2 prophecy tablets can help us out.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but I wasn't exactly sure. Waba! 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 God, I love having Acheron. I can avoid fighting so many enemies using her. It's up here, I believe, right? That's where it was showing? Yeah. The heck are we going? Oh! Grab this. I gotcha. There we go. I hate these. I've never been a fan of these. I'm gonna guess there. Oh, that one actually wasn't bad. Okay, cool. Oh, well, we did something.
Smooth sailing so far. We've got one more circuit to fix. Let's keep going and find the tablet on the other side.
Sounds good. Let's go! Get out of my way. Go, go, go! This is long. Here we go! We're gonna have to do the matchup thing, right? I think. Yeah, that one's a lot easier than the other ones. Partially, I think, because it's just an eyeball. With the other ones, you have to kind of move it around.
Finally made it.
Hi. Bye.
This is enough to fix the celestial globe.
I can't say I will ever miss using Acheron for just absolutely walking up to enemies anytime I need materials. It's like, how's it going? You're gone. Alright, so it's gotta be... Oh, wait, so it's probably that... That... Yeah! I'm actually getting better at these each time I do them. So that's pretty cool. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And we should... I think now just be able to go down here. And then run over here. Then run over here. Activate that. That breaks that out of our way. God, there's so many of you down there. I will deal with you guys some other time. There we go.
The turn of dawn and dusk, commanding the celestial globe, change celestial mural.
so cool. Every time she does it.
Looks like they're still avoiding us. I wonder if it's cowardice, or if they have something up their sleeve.
I fear the Aquila of present has long lost their sanity. But instinct still drives them to flee from the shadows, to evade the Black Tide's encroachment.
Ah, that's why they're doing it. Okay. I was like, maybe it's just Aquila's afraid of us. Just looking down at the ground, it's like, oh, they've killed mostly every other Titan.
It is no hyperbole that their raging fire is capable of melting the firmament. Amphorius's heavens exist because of their authority.
That's true, but at the same time...
It is time to leave this place. Lunavis awaits you at the next stop.
A moment, please, Lord Solibus. I have one more thing I wish to do.
What is it, girl?
To honor the pact with Seliosi. Her descendants spent a millennium looking up at the sky. I believe my countless ancestors who lived for that purpose deserve to know the truth behind her legend. If you don't mind us knocking on the gates of the past, maybe I can peek into this place's history.
You are the ones who hold Orynyx's miracle. I have no authority to prevent you from delving into the past.
Memi, Gray, could I please ask you for this favor? I want to show the truth to my ancestors waiting on the other side. If there are falsehoods in the legends, then there must be a reason for its embellishment. The scene here and the previous memories gave me a bad feeling. What else did the Skyfolk encounter after Seliosi challenged the god? I must figure out the truth behind the legend, even if it's for my ancestors' sake.
Hey, Hyacinth, no rush.
Hyacinth, you're such a good child. Don't worry, I'm here.
Listen, Hyacinth, no rush. But the longer we take here, the more likelihood the Flame Reaver might steal Kefali's core flame. So if we could, you know, maybe hurry up, that'd be wonderful.
Oh, the memories surging here are even more intense than at the entrance. I'll gather them up now, and mold them, and mold them. Huh, all done.
Thank you, Memi. Everyone, please, witness history with me.
Well, at least we don't have to run off anywhere this time.
Daughter of Dusk, have you finally gone mad?
I knew it! The child with the blood of 2 feuding clans will one day destroy the Sky Castrum!
Will you really point the tip of your spear at our god? Stay in your hand. Your recklessness will only bring divine retribution.
Absolutely.
Divine retribution? Those innocent children of the Earth were sentenced to total annihilation by the god above. Well, they had nothing more than mere curiosity for things that lie beyond the sky. Look at yourselves. You call yourselves the Sunborn, yet you're unable to bear the blinding sunlight. You even consider sunburns and blisters as a gift from the gods. You declare yourselves the chosen ones, champions favored by Aquila. Yet you dare not even declare war upon the true threat of this world. Instead, you raise your swords and rattle them at your weaker brethren. You are all beyond saving. My father was also a disciple of the sun.
So at this point, she had made up her mind.
And justice, and guided me towards the light. He taught me wherever there is light, there is hope. Wretched people. I see no hope left in any of you. Even a shadow has more dignity than you lot.
Even so, Daughter of Dusk. Even so, you should not shatter our faith.
Not just our faith. Aquila forged the sky. Nay, they are the sky itself. If they fall, what will this world turn into?
A prophecy echoes from the horizon's edge. It heralds the advent of a new age. One not ruled by the Titans, but created by mortal heroes. I choose to believe in that prophecy. I must believe in any sign that promises to break the chains imposed on us by the old era. Any sign that will lead us to a new chapter of the world. If you wish to stop me from slaying the god, you'd better muster your courage and draw your bows. Let's see if I will be pierced by a hail of arrows first, or if you will be burned to ash by Solibus!
How can we even fight you? You're the powerful Day Thunder Knight, a warrior goddess capable of trampling all lands.
Yeah, you don't stand a chance.
I am not a god, but the only mortal in this cage who is brave enough to defy the Warden.
Interesting.
See, you are all truly weak beyond measure.
Wow, so full of yourself are you?
The hunting ground beckons. Come, Solibus!
The hero Seliosi, disillusioned by the Sunfolk's deeds, decided to sever the source of it all. The god they so blindly placed their faith in.
She was brimming with compassion at that time. Her words were bursting with anger, but her heart had nothing but mercy for the children of humanity.
At that time...
We should get going, Hyacinthia. Lunibus is waiting for you all.